to that ecosystem, reach audiences on any screen, and push those learnings up the funnel. Sorry, I forgot they had some animation in my PowerPoint. And finally, test and learn. And this is something us as marketers always have to do. We have to continually testing and learning, because what worked today is not going to work tomorrow. And what one DSP worked today, or one SSP, or one provider worked today, it's not going to work tomorrow. And you got to own that data so that you can pivot your marketing campaign and not affect your bottom line. So this is what every marketer comes to me with. They say, this is the utopia I want, Warren. I want ever-increasing volume, ever-decreasing cost, right? Well, the reality is not that. The reality is this, where we hit this diminishing law of returns, right? No matter how much money you put into a platform, you cannot get a better CPA, or you cannot reach your audience ever more. So by adding another platform and using multiple DSPs connected together, you're able to push off that diminishing return again and again and again and deliver more scale throughout the ecosystem. Whoops. So what does a marketer do? Well, really, there's so many different choices, and we believe the choice is to work with a company like ourselves that use an approach called a Meta DSP. And like I said before, this Meta DSP is a piece of technology we've developed that has direct API access into top 8 different DSPs out there, that we get log-level data, we do trading through our platform, we do insights through our platform, and we're able to push out to multiple different platforms. But we're also able to future-proof our clients' business, that in case something does change, like we always use the example YouTube, right? YouTube had inventory available in every single exchange. It decided to go in-house and pull everything just within their own Google network. Well, if you were with a video DSP provider, I won't name them, but if you were with them and all of a sudden 90% of your inventory is gone, but you had connected all your technology into this one DSP, you're sort of hooped, right? You had no choice but to decouple it. But with a Meta DSP, you're able to pull out that technology because the data does not live in the DSP anymore. It lives above it. So some of the benefits that we see from a Meta DSP is greater reach. So once again, we see about a 43% increase in reach by using 3 platforms. Not just by using 2, but by using 3. And why is that? Not every single DSP has the same relationship with an SSP, right? Google doesn't hit everybody. Facebook doesn't hit everybody. It's a combination between all these DSPs that you're going to get total scale and reach. Pricing efficiencies. This is a big one. So we all know about the publisher waterfall and header bidding and the different relationships. Well, within the different DSPs, there's different bid density. So one cost in one DSP, you may get the same inventory, the same audience for a totally different cost in another DSP at the exact same time. And if you weren't running concurrent multiple DSPs, you wouldn't be able to key up on that. Geographic is a big one. So not every single DSP works the best in every region. Some work great in the US, some work great in the south of the US, some work great in Canada. But not every single one works perfect in every single one. And we're going to go through some of this data that we have that you guys can see. Increased performance. So we have shown that through multiple DSP, we can keep pushing off that diminishing return as far as possible by layering more and more technology strategically on top. And then, like we talked about before, future-proofing. It's very important that when technology changes, it doesn't take down your business. It doesn't make your data nullified. It's not about hooking your horse to one DSP provider. It's about figuring out what the best DSP providers are for you this very second, but you own that data so that you can push and collect information all the different ways and push that back out through your campaigns. So Proteus. Proteus is our Meta DSP that we've developed, and we developed this about 4 years ago. We were one of the first ones in the market to say that each DSP wasn't the greatest. We didn't make many friends in the DSP world, but it was true. You know, Google couldn't do everything for us. AppNexus could not do everything for us. Trade Desk, MediaPost, they could not do anything for us. So we started collecting data and aggregating this basically through Excel spreadsheets to begin with, and then started developing a very robust trading platform called Proteus. And what it does is it gives you a total holistic view of the marketplace. You're not limited to what a publisher tells you or a service provider tells you. You get the pricing efficiencies between these 2 exchanges. Key up on that publisher waterfall that is still happening. You reach your total audience by scale, and you use each platform for its strengths and drop their weaknesses. So we did a little test. We wanted to see, did Proteus actually help create efficiencies between this? So we did 4 different campaigns. The first 3 campaigns are using 1 platform, using 2 platforms, and using 5 platforms. So the first platform took about 8 hours, and that's everything from optimization to BI to campaign setup and everybody that touches it. The second, with 2 platforms, it took about 15 hours, and finally with 5 platforms, it took almost 30 hours for you to set up and optimize these campaigns. Well, with Proteus, we're able to scale that down and use 1 centralized point to attack all this technology and be able to drop that time down as if you're using 1 platform. So we get the efficiencies of programmatic, but we also get the efficiencies of using multiple platforms. And this can be referred to as what the meta solution is. So this is a great one everybody likes to see. This is one of the heat maps our traders and our group account directors looks at every day, just to get a very simplistic snapshot of the marketplace to understand how is our campaign performing. So what you see there is the columns. There's 10 different DSPs running for 1 campaign. On the left is all the different tactics that we are doing for those different, for that different campaign. If 1 DSP was the best, it would be green all down 1 column, but it's not. Some come close, but they're not. So not 1 DSP is going to be that silver bullet for you. And then if we look at it by geography, once again, it gets even more complicated. So between Europe and Asia and UK and US, if you're an international advertiser, 1 DSP is not going to get you that total scale and reach. And then even over time, this changes. So if you look at a campaign over time and you understand that there's certain ways to use the different DSPs to key up on their strengths, you'll be able to do a better campaign. So these are just some of the data points that we collect and we share with our clients. We talked a little bit about pricing efficiency, but I wanted to share with you a case study. So one of our advertisers in the UK wanted to do a PMP with BBC.com. They wanted to do it themselves, and we recommend that they do their own PMPs with their publishers that they want, but they wanted to understand what should they go in there to negotiate for the price for the PMP. So we did an evaluation to look at the BBC.com, and we tried to understand what were the different pricing or bid densities were we seeing on the different DSPs to give this advertiser some information to have better negotiation. So this example is we actually saw BBC in 4 different DSPs and 8 different exchanges. All the same audience, but all different bid densities, from anywhere from winning the bid at a nickel all the way up to $3.50. So you want to key up on those pricing efficiencies to continue get that that CPA that you're looking for, that KPI that you're looking for, right? And this happens because we talked about this publisher waterfall and the header bidding and all this stuff and all the different relationships that are so complicated in this industry. So some of our clients here, these are some of our direct clients. We do work with agencies as well, but these are just some of our big direct clients that are working in multiple DSPs. So the biggest one is O2 and View. I don't know if you guys View is. It's a UK theater company. O2 is a telco that we work with. So we're the programmatic partner for both of these companies, as well as Campbell's, IHG, Virgin, and VW. VW is through our WPP relationship that we have, because we're now bought by WPP. But these guys are running multiple DSPs every single campaign. And it's not about running 1 DSP, switching, going to the next DSP, switching, going to the next DSP. It's about letting Proteus or the Meta DSP decide where that budget should go based on performance, right? Maybe today it's Google. Maybe next hour it's going to be MediaMath, but Proteus allows us to make those decisions and pivot those strategies so that we can get the best out of this marketplace. So in the end, I hope it wasn't too sales pitchy, guys, for you. I am head of sales, sorry. So in the end, why would you want to come with the Exchange Lab? Well, for one, customer insights and dashboards. We're fully transparent about that. We share all of our insights. We work with our clients like partners with their data. We don't own the data. Clients own the data. Everything that's generated, it's client owned, and we give it to them. We have scalable performance because of the multiple approach that we take. We're transparent. And that's a big thing in this industry. We're transparent about our commercials. We're transparent about the insights we learn. We're transparent about what my traders do. I've even put some of my traders inside the marketing departments at some of our clients so that they can react directly what's happening in that company. And they work as partners. It's not a vendor relationship anymore. I'm their programmatic marketing specialist that has come to help them activate. And it allows our clients to concentrate on strategy. and not worry about the execution. And since it's transparent, they know how much I'm making, they know how much all the technology is making. And that is the only way our industry is going to work, is if we are totally transparent on every aspect of it. And that's why our industry has such a bad name in some circles, right? Especially with the rise of ad blocking and that sort of thing. So just one of our client quotes there. Experian, you guys all know Experian, a credit company. This one was based in the UK, and basically he said working with the Exchange Lab is like working with all the TV channels at once, whereas working with somebody like Rocket Fuel is more like working with one TV channel at that same time. So in summary, complexity will increase. It's going to get more complicated. There's going to be more technology that's going to be coming, and it's going to be harder on marketers to understand which technology works the best. Using siloed technology does not work anymore. If your social, your display, your video, your programmatic TV, and your programmatic radio do not talk to each other, what's the point? You're wasting money, because there's so much information that can be shared between there to be more efficient with your campaigns. And then finally, each DSP has its strengths. Like, these DSPs were created by fantastic people with huge amounts of money behind them, so they're good, but they all say they're best of breed. So by using a Meta DSP, you can see if it's best of breed for you, and best of breed for you right now, right? And you can continually evolve that. So I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Now we can go have some fun. Sales pitch done. Thank you.
Warren, thank you very much. You're here with a colleague. Where's my Rolling Stones friend? Where's Frank? Frank, stand up. Let everyone show you. There you go. Show him your shirt. Yeah, he's wearing